Evening and welcome to the Flat Cat Fettler. I did a bit of a short today of an update, but I thought I'd give a bit more of an in-depth thing of what I've done. I've got a bit more time in my hands now, I've finished work. So, we started to progress over here with ballast, and that's all wet now because it's got PVA on it, basically. I've done a bit of grass there, and yeah, we're starting to just like maybe put it together now, see how it looks. So this is the train that it's a broken tanker engine. I've done a bit of rusting underneath just to make it look a bit better, bit of weathering if you will. That's how that's going to stay. I've just got to weather this building a bit more yet and put some grass around it and stuff like that, but I'm quite happy for that as it is there. Station, these had holes in. It was because it was second hand with this. They had holes in, so I got these packs of these flowers from Temu, and I think they're about £1.50 for about 7 lengths, and lengths are about 12 well, something like 20 centimeters long, something like that. So I put some in there just to cover holes up. Yeah, and this is obviously the static display that I bought. I bought a box full of them for like £7.20 on eBay, and I've sprayed that with a bit of rust as well. I think it looks really good. I've put some of these flowers here on. They look like they're standing out like fuck here, but when you actually see it in flesh, they don't look that bright. They look a bit better. Put that there, that's it. They look a lot better than what they do on this camera. They kind of suit it, but if I'm not keen, I can just pull them out. It's not you know, the end of the world. I think I just knocked one off actually. There we go. They're all a bit damp and wet at the minute. So what I've been doing, I've been putting a bit of grass in between track and stuff like that. I had some old track that were knackered, so I cut it, sprayed it, put that in middle, you know, and I've just started now to build this side up here. So this is wet, a bit damp like yet, to build it up there, up to the bridge. I'm waiting on this fine ballast. I'm going to West End Models on Saturday to get some. He said he's going to get it in for me, a nice big bag of it. But the extra fine ballast is what I've been using for the yards. Everything now is nailed down. But like I said, apart from this track here, because I'm not too sure if I'm going to run a piece in today yet. And it's just that flexi track, so I can just snip it and then put it through. I got this, like I said today, this little vacuum, brilliant little thing. Because obviously when you're doing this static grass, it goes everywhere. And then I just use one of these. It was £12.50, it's rechargeable. And I just vac it up and then put it right back in my static grass thing. So how I've been doing it, I'll show you. So I've been basically putting a piece of car, hang on, my camera's playing up. There we go. Putting a piece of cardboard there, holding it with my knee, and then using my static grass thing, shaking along like that, and collecting what's been dropped into this, and then I've been putting that back in my static grass thing basically to reuse it. I got this rust paint and I'm liking it. I'm just gonna be careful that I'm not spraying everything with it, but I sprayed this old coach thing. That's all it was. That I'm gonna start chopping that up with my Dremel and use that. It look like it's being chopped up for scrap. Over there, the tunnel bit. Now I'm pretty sure I know what I'm going to do with this. So where I go walking, shooting with my kids and stuff like that, I found this old shale, like black slaty shale. So I'm going to use some of that and build up like a bit of a wall around there, if you will, where the hill meets it. So it looks like an old quarry that's been dug out and it's unused anymore. And then use that as the scrapyard. And then this track, cut a piece, put a junction in and run a track going down to it, so then stuff can be unloaded, if you will, unloaded. This here is going to be my little hub of activity. So this is like going to have all the trucks, cargo, stuff like that on it. This is not going to stay there. This is just, I'm just putting that there just to get a vision, get inspiration. This track is actually live, and this one is. These are both live, these. So that's just going to be used as a static display on one of these sidings here. Just like that one really. So I've just put it there just to see how it looks, basically. But yeah, it's coming along well. I'm just a bit stuck as to what to do with this side. I'm not too sure yet. I don't have a clue. I'm thinking like a bridge, iron bridges, stuff like that go, you know, up here and around, basically, and have another power to that one. Just have a little shunt or something just going along there. I don't know yet. I don't have a clue. I'm just making it up as I go along. This is my very, very, very first layout ever. I used to have a train set when I was like 8, 9, and it were an Intercity 125 Hornby. That's it. That's all I've ever had up until this year. And I've got really into it, and I took inspiration from channels like Mouldy Raspberry, Neville Grove, that model railway guy, all them tips and stuff like that I've got from all them, you see. All this, you know, using PVA with water and a bit of washing up liquid to break that surface tension, to let it soak in. That model railway guy, I got that off, and it's just coming together well. I'm really enjoying it, and I hope you're enjoying me watching me build it. And it just goes to show anybody can build these. You just need patience. You know, you don't have to do it this big. It could be half size of this, quarter size of this, different scale, anything you wanted. You know, so we are going to put a tunnel there with a hill, with actually like a shale face on there. So that'd be exit, that'd be entry, or vice versa. But on this side, I don't know. So I'd like your comments, really. If you could comment and let me know what I should put there. Here, I've left this junction here on purpose because I know this is going to lead into a yard here, and that yard is going to be for maintenance, stuff like that. That's what it's for. And I've got a whole set of ideas for that alone by itself, which I don't see people doing. So I'm hoping I'm going to be like one of the first ones who does it. And hopefully I pull it off. I pull it off well. So on Saturday I've got to get some of this fine ballast so I can start filling these tracks up, stuff like that, and start getting it out really. And yeah, it's just coming together really well. This stuff, this ivy, this looks really well if you do it right. That needs a little bit more yet, but this one I think is just, it's perfect. It proper looks realistic. It's really, really good. I got a tin of rust, I think it was Rust Effect paint, this one, I think about £7, and that's what I sprayed that way. Did a bit of that, and just underneath there you can see a bit there, just to give it a little bit of weathering, see what it looks like really. But I just want to do a bit more of a longer video of it, so let me know what you think. I've had Tornado running, it looks really, really well going round. I've done a short on this already, but we'll just we'll let him come round now. Here he is. So yeah, so that there can go into a junction over there and then come round on this second loop on inside if I wanted to, up to where this train is, and then it can go back round and either go down that one or back onto the main line. So yeah, quite chuffed with it really at the minute. It's turning out really, really well, a lot better than what I expected. I've just been, the gentleman who I bought that East Coast Express off, he just messaged me and said, oh, I've got some buildings, some other bits and bats. So I've just bought off him a load of buildings, like little things like news agents and things like that, you know. So I bought them off him, and I bought a little trackside Scamo Scarab. So these going to go on there, definitely. So a lot more to go at yet, a lot more to do. But as you can see, a lot of progress has been made, and I've got a lot more stuff on order. I'm just waiting for it to be delivered. Temu, give Temu a look at, because a lot of the stuff, yeah, it's shit, a lot of it, but there is some stuff that's really, really good. So I'm hoping that it's all that will come and it'll start to weather stuff. I've bought some more of this like grass. See this stuff here? It's like that, but a bit better. That I can stick around here, you see, just to make it look like that it's just not just plonked on there. That's what I'm trying to avoid. I don't want anything to look like it's just plonked there. So yeah, that is going to stay there, that train, definitely. I like how it looks there. It looks really good. It's not going to move, and I think it just looks fine there, totally fine. Everything else is completely, nothing's permanent yet, apart from this station and obviously this. So I'm going to let that dry now. That'll be tomorrow, that, and then I'll start to put grass on, paint it, put grass on and everything else. So until then, kids, let me know what you think I should do on this side if you can. And until then, I'll see you.